Hola chicos y bienvenidos. Hi and welcome. This is our first video over the grammar para Unidad 3, Lección 1 de Español 1. First part we're going to go over is just a review of what we've been working on in class. La Nota Gramatical is all over the question words we've been practicing. You will be taking notes in your paquete de gramática that I gave you in class over Gustar with nouns. La Nota Gramatical está en la página 144 and Gustar with nouns está en la página 145. Empezamos con la nota gramatical. Let's start with our grammar note, which was the interrogative words. So this is just a quick review. These are in our vocabulary list, and we've been doing some practice activities with these in class. So they're all on page 140, but without looking at your vocab list, looking at these words, do you know the meaning of these 5 question words? Como, cuál, or plural form of cuál is cuáles, por qué, quién o quiénes, si es plural, y qué. After looking those over, you should know that como means how, like como estás, how are you? Cuál, like cuál es la fecha, what is the date, or which is the date of several dates in the calendar year. Por qué is literally for what reason, or we know that as why. Quién is when I'm always talking about a person. So quién is for who or whom. Y finalmente qué, like qué te gusta hacer, or qué pasa, what's up, what do you like to do. So we've seen some of these in our vocabulary in semester 1. We're now going to review kind of the rules on using them. So anytime I'm forming a question, I'm going to start with my interrogative word, the words I have in red, followed by a conjugated verb. So we know we've worked with AR verbs and we practiced the verb estar last chapter. Notice that I have accent marks on not just my verb but also my question words. On the word como, it's going to be on the first O. On the word cuál, it's on the A. Por qué is on the E, and if you notice on the other ones, it's always on the E for quién and qué. Down below, ¿cómo está usted? Is how are you in the formal. ¿Por qué estás triste? Why are you sad? We will have some of these question words on our quiz and our test, so make sure you know the meaning of those and how I use them in a context, such as the questions below. Moving on to our first grammar point of the chapter that's brand new, we have Gustar with nouns. In your notes, if you'll fill in the blanks that I have there, so in English, the phrase I like doesn't change. I can say I like dessert, I can say I like fruit, I can say I like apples, I like dogs, I like cats. It doesn't matter if it's singular or plural, it's always I like. However, in Spanish, there are 2 ways to say it depending on whether what you like is singular or plural. The reason this is because it's not a direct translation. Remember that me gusta literally translates to it is pleasing to me. So I'd have to say it is pleasing to me or they are pleasing to me if it's something that is plural. On the next page, we have the chart of the conjugations. So we've already seen me gusta with infinitives like me gusta cantar, me gusta bailar. Here you can see the singular form used again, this time with a noun or un sustantivo. So anytime I have a singular item like la sopa, one soup, I will use the singular form of gusta. So notice, me gusta, te gusta, le gusta, nos gusta, os gusta, y les gusta. The only thing that's changing is my pronoun. The plural, my pronouns are going to be the exact same. The only thing that's changing this time is gusta becomes gustan, since I'm talking about more than one object. Por ejemplo, los jugos. Not just juice, but I like in general all types of juices. Apple juice, orange juice, any type of juice. Me gustan los jugos. Te gustan los jugos. Le gustan los jugos. Nos gustan los jugos. Os gustan los jugos. Y finalmente, les gustan los jugos. Aquí tengo unos ejemplos. Me gusta el cereal. Notice cereal is singular. When I have a singular noun, I will simply use me gusta. If I like grapes or something that come in a plural form, I have to change my gusta and add an N to make it plural to match my noun that follows. So notice, it has nothing to do with the person who's liking it, me, you, my friends, my family, the boys, the girls. It doesn't matter who my subject is. The only thing that's going to be changing is the form of gusta to match the noun that follows. Excelente, chicos. Vamos a hacer la prueba en Google Form después. So please do your Google Form. There's a few questions on there that you will complete as homework, showing me that you watched this. And make sure you have your notes completed because I will check those in class. Muchas gracias y adiós.